Mr. Edit Man presents. What's an insult that sounds like a compliment? I love what you're trying to do with your hair. Wow, my grandma would love that outfit. My grandma used to tell us that if you ever met an ugly baby you should said wow, that is some baby. Here's a picture of my baby. Isn't he cute? Oh, would you look at him? My favorite is. Or he looks just like you. That is some adult. I do not care what everybody else says. I think you're pretty cool. Used to have this regular come in, and they'd often say I don't care what the bathroom wall says about you. You're alright. My grandma always says people are good and kind when they get on her nerves. They think she's a sweet old lady when she's really saying they're good for nothing and kinda stupid. I got it engraved on a mug for her. Good for you. Malarkey, I say this to everyone. Good for you. You're much smarter than you look. Some asshole told me that once. I just said, and you're dumber than you look. That was the day I learned blondes are stereotyped to be stupid. How can you're smarter than you look and you're dumber than you look both be insults? One insults your looks and the other your intelligence. You're about as smart as you look. Weirdly, that can go either way. That outfit is really brave. I love how you'll just wear anything. My southern grandmother used to say I could never be brave enough to wear that, but look at you. You're at the top of the bell curve. Keep trying. One day you'll make it to the top of the bell curve. Can someone explain? Like I'm 5. I'm assuming this has to do with a normal distribution, so would not this just be calling someone average? Exactly. It sounds like you're telling them they are at the top of the distribution, when in fact you are saying there is nothing special about you. You are perfectly average. Amongst a sea of you and not a worthiness. Most of them are backhanded compliments. But this is a flat out insult, whose mood and words seem complimentary. It's ingenious. Top of the hierarchy. Top of the world. Top tier. Top of the bell curve. This is the only one I'm actually saving for later. Whether this is an insult really depends on the person. It's made for pretentious people who think they're at the right end of the slope. Or are but also constantly mention it. Another odd thing is you're at the bottom of the slope, which either means you're exceptionally stupid or exceptionally smart. To my friend. You have cooler friends than I do. I always tell my girlfriend I have better taste than her because I'm dating her while she's dating me. What a chump. At least you tried your best. This one is fine if you're telling it to a kid, but much more condescending to an adult, especially if you're the one that just beat them. Friends and I do this thing where you add the word actually to an otherwise normal compliment in order to make it backhanded. E.g. Hey, you're actually pretty smart. That's actually pretty funny. Hey now ... You look ... healthy where I'm from. The nice way of saying someone has gotten fat, whereas in China, they do not beat around the bush when it comes to weight. You got fat is exactly what someone's parents or grandparents would say after returning home from abroad. That's nice, dear. With all due respect, ... when it's clear none is due. With all due respect, sir ... You're a worthless ducking piece of malarkey and your dad should have ducked your mom in the ass the night you were conceived ... With all due respect. Your sister is beautiful and you are ... smart. I have heard this a lot in my life and am not even that smart. Your dick is so cute. Had a girl say you weren't not lying about how big your dick is. I had said perfectly average. You are impossible to underestimate. Another similar one. Don't not worry. My opinion of you has not dropped a bit. One of the guys I was dating told me you share your emotions and feelings quite often. I took it as I probably talk too much about things and should not, but he told me that no, it's a good thing and it helps. Still made me think twice the next time I wanted to share things. Gotta preface it with a I love that ... Wow, you're so brave. Or I wish I had your confidence, said completely deadpan. Add an exclamation point and the vibe can be changed. You're pretty for a big girl. Classic chubby girl insult. But you have such a pretty face. The classic. I hope your day is as pleasant as you are. This is coming from a retail worker to a full Karen. Or, I hope you have the day you deserve. In the words of the late Reverend Spooner, you are a shining wit. It's the most British insult I know. Stit. A spoonerism is where you swap the starting sounds of two words. So shining wit becomes ... You have got a face for radio and a voice for print. This book fills a much needed void. Out of all the people I have met, you are definitely one of them. My wife once said, I just love your cute little way of living with total sincerity. See you later. Not if I see you first. I always thought it was just a cheesy response. But no, the implication is that if you see the other person, you bail before they see you. I was doing a timed work skills test a month into a new job, and it took me forever, so he let me do it again. It took just as long the second time and he said, well ... at least you're consistent. You always look so comfortable. He tries. In the line at Walmart there was an old lady and a man trying to figure out how much money they needed to pay, and when I said the amount, he told me that I was pretty smart for being a girl. You have a unique face. Well, I enjoyed this conversation. It was very nice. It was like talking to the sweet old lady on the bus. Michael Scott chair model episode. I bet you spent a lot of time thinking that one through, implying whatever was said or done was of poor quality and bringing into question their intelligence as it took a while to think up a poor plan. It's understanding that makes it possible for people like us to tolerate a person like yourself, Abe Froman. You have completely met my expectations. I admire you. You don't let your confidence get in the way of your shortcomings. You talk so eloquently, you speak so well towards a black person, as if we all talk like we're from the depths of the hood. If you are in the South, bless your heart, not always. If you have had a terrible day, and tell them why they sometimes say that, and not in a demeaning way. It's all in the tone and context. Spend enough time down south and you pick up real quick. You haven't not changed a bit. I must go now. Talking with you has been mostly enjoyable. You are the funniest person you know. I like to use that on strangers who are sarcastic to me. They usually come back with yup and a malarkey eating grin. You look so pretty, I did not even recognize you. My mom said that to me one day when I was leaving for high school. She totally did not mean it to be an insult, but I felt that one. You look like you have lost some weight. You look good today, just today. You'd look mighty pretty on a moonless night. I do not know half of you half as well as I should like, and I like less than half of you half as well as you deserve. Anything starting with no offense, but ... We cannot all be astronauts. Wow, you're much nicer than I was expecting. You're the kind of woman that Van Gogh would cut an ear off for. Could you explain this one please? He gave his ear to a maid that worked at a brothel. May God bless you with lots of kids. What's the insult? Fear wishing for your financial ruin. The hardest working person you'll ever see. Fear dumb, but energetic. You have made it until the end of this video. Now listen here, and listen here closely. Like and subscribe for more curated content by Mr. Reddit Man. Thanks for watching.